All right, I guess morning is subjective to what part of the globe you live on. But I was looking for a place to hop back in. Uh, Oof. It's always complicated. Then I got to a pirate comment, and I was like, oh, that's all it takes. It's the simple things in life that get Rollen's boat to floating. And uh, someone willingly wanting to go on a pirate quest with, Captain Rollen, that gets it going just perfect. So I thought I'd hop in here for a minute. Mike, Henry, as always, uh, you know who I was talking to, and everybody else too. I appreciate it. Got good hits. It's not 15 people anymore. That's a good thing. That's why I won't go nowhere. Well, I'll be honest. I mean, Mike, and Robert, and a bunch of Pam. I mean, there's actually a long list. It's why I focus on, the M&Ms. It's very easy to remember for me, and their activity is through the roof, right? So it's blah. It makes it easy. But here, I believe both Mike D and Mike Henry. Now, you might not agree, but they would share. When I'm talking to them, I mean all of us. But it's just easier. You shouldn't all be John and Jane Does, but you know what I mean? Sometimes, come on, have you not joined me in the lounge? It's good that I can distinguish between Henry and D. Okay, I'm going to read some more. Well, okay, we got some drunk Americans. I pull off that very well, thank you. Ish my shtick. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so there's a lot of, oh, thanks. People, eve of destruction, people get mad at me. And it's not that I don't think they do. It's just I see certain things certain ways, and we all get our opinions. I'm not, remember, I'm not telling you I'm right. Oh, thank you. Well, Miss Fabian's got to come back. It's been long enough. I should probably do something like that. Andy. Oh, I'm thinking we should start out with Green Day and what's that, Longview or whatever the hell. Yeah, no, who doesn't like, that kind of tune. I did find out it wasn't Christy. It's not Miss Brinkley, I guess, was the reflections of his love at that time. Now, I hope I was honest and reflected on the fact that I don't know no Billy Joel trivia. I basically take your word for it on this. So my appeal to authority goes to the comment section, and I tend not to look farther than that. You could really fill me full of a bunch of BS if you wanted. But that comment came from someone who I felt really enjoyed Billy Joel's music and knew better than myself. Thank you for filling me in. Sometimes I literally don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, now here's the one. I knew this was sitting here from a day ago. It's been a slow couple days, and I admit that. So in that cold chisel, don't let it go video, and this is not a call to question or pile on. So in case we have anybody out there loyal enough to pile on, please never do. Right? That's not, if I need your all help in the comments, I will ask for it, and then I'll be there right with you, co-signing, right? I would never ask for a dog pile on anything that I'm going through in these comments. Because, sometimes I put the long view into the whole thing, and people are being a lot more benign than I might give it credit for. But I'm trying to build up resolve against the future, which we know will be real. Like, I can't even talk about current events right now and get me in trouble. Tool, 46-2, lateralis, is that how you say that? You lied. So I'm wondering, The Grudge, Is it you lied a song, or is it I lied because I seem to not enjoy Tool because his drummer's so good, but I liked the. So I was being uh, trying to compare a couple things in that Cold Chisel song to just an active uh, hi hat, which I'm sure the Tool dude does. But it had a lot more to do with tying to another reaction, and then my own personal drummer from my own experiences. Uh, I think there's all kinds. I think Tool's got great musicians. I'm just not a big fan of that band, so I'm not sure if that's where we're at, or I lied because I haven't done Tool in a while. But now that I discovered Les Claypool hippie thrash, I'm going there, and then I'll try to go back to Tool and do some more of that eventually. But it all works. And down here, from Marco and the War Pigs cover, people have their takes on geopolitical situations, and that's very cool. Thank you for sharing. So Alyssa from a day ago, Division of the Masses, K Reno is problematic now because I got to take a step back. The comment's in here somewhere, but we might not be. Some K Reno fans don't find this reaction channel appropriate for his music. And I believe in the reactions, I've talked about the parts I don't understand. That's part of the dynamic I don't understand. And we got a lot of music on the channel. So I'm just saying it might be a bit. It won't go away. I'm subscribed. I actually like listening to his stuff on the side. So I think it's very enlightening. But the problem is we don't want to, it's only one person, so you never know. I'll be coming back, just Grand Deception. Yeah, that's a couple hits for that. So hold on. I got to read this one from Mike. I promised myself I would. Oh, yeah. So basically, Mike H. from a day ago, when I'm reflecting on my problems with, turns out it had nothing to do with Linda Ronstadt. Had nothing to do with its creation from a monkey. And, wow, that sounded weird. It's a Nesbits or no, which one? I'm bad at this. It had nothing to do with any of it. It had all to do with me and discovering, what a shrink would have taken a ton of money to get from me. And then I'd have to be comfortable with them and bring it up myself anyways. So you gotta put the incarceration. It's like people always ask, why do you talk about that? And I try to always use the same answer. If you got to spend a bunch of time in a place where they stab each other for reaching over a tray at the lunch line, it changes the way you look at things. I would assume like a person who went through military training, snapping to attention might be hard for some guys to give up, or gals, or people, or whatever is accepted as a soldier nowadays, right? The programming comes more from that, the years of drug abuse, crime, and being an F-up. So I never settled down. I never was demanded to put the anger into check. Then before Ange and I, everything in between Ange and I, dysfunctional drug abuse relationships and not abuse. Domestic intranquility constantly, but not abuse. I've never taken that part. Yeah. Have I lashed out? Oh, hell yeah. But not in a way that would cause me anything. Any of those stories come up in my life, I would be able to weather that storm quite well. I don't put my hands on too many people ever. Capable? Probably. Have to do it? Never. It's just like fighting. I know I could defend myself, but I don't have to ever defend myself because, 1,000-yard view. Ange and I were just talking about it. Don't have to get angry in public much because I don't surround myself with scenarios. Right? It's like sitting with your back to the corner, being able to observe the entry door. I spent years doing that. Just because of paranoia and yeah. So the moral of the story is without embracing normality ever once, I was never having to put the anger into check. I'm grateful that people don't get angry. It's not a good emotion, but I do prefer it over depression, as I've talked about. Ange and I talk about it all the time because I'm pretty manic today. And I say manic or angry, not manic depressive. I don't get depressed too much. I don't like being down in the dumps. It doesn't function. Okay, I better go on. That's enough of that. Oh, I already hinted at it. Jamie A., thank you very much. Just in case you weren't here just for Billy Joel, I appreciate that. And Elizabeth, I don't know who that is. He didn't meet Christy till a couple of years later, but it airs like you're a fan and you knew. So I appreciate that, and that's what I mean. I give you the authority on that one. And I was just trying to be funny, not completely vulgar, but I didn't know, it was a tissue and lotion song. Who knew? You know, I didn't. Oh, and here we go. Lisa Cooper really liked the Mike Dawes and Tommy Emmanuel. Being a very amateur guitarist, this is just like all my Christmases coming at once. What a duo! One of my current favorites. That's awesome. Hopefully you did. I hope if you requested it, and then if we just got lucky here, that's even better. And then, being open to all genres. It's funny. I'm going to finish up with this. This will help me finish up and getting on to stuff. Now, today's first genre might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it has to do with the discussion I heard about this very subject. And it's weird. I believe genre-specific personality traits are way more capable of growing in urban environments. Because I think I had to cross, stoners had to talk to the Motorheads, had to talk to the Jocks because I needed to listen to Van Halen and Celtic Frost all at once. And so that's what happened is in the country, even though I didn't associate with the Jocks or, the Chads or whatever, the Alphas, they still listened to some good music, had musicians and people. Then the Motorheads, car guys, they had stuff. Stoners, we had ours, right? Why is it? Because our first genre today is going to be Misfits and Metallica, but punk thrash. And the fact that Metallica actually introduced a lot of people to a lot of different stuff. And I think when you have limited ability to get music, you grasp onto it fast and furious and try to get your hands on it. And then you're able to build the nostalgia base or the genres. Nostalgia. I was moving forwards one step. So then the traveling with my folks, even though I don't listen to Herb Alpert every day and I don't listen to Flip Wilson comedy records anymore and I don't listen to the Carpenters, my parents had that on in the trips. So it was there. And certain things like the Mills Brothers or Herb Alpert stuck to this day. And then that created that. So from country to growing up traveling to, I really do like all the different genres. The numbers on the channel shouldn't lie, right? They should go to show what it's really about is a personal music experience, and hopefully a lot of people enjoy joining me for that. But I can't teach you anything. I'm learning everything on this path. No offense, but that's the truth. I'm not here to educate anybody, enlighten, entertain, and be tinfoil hat crazy. I did discover, as we wrap it up completely, that it's like if you've ever seen the movie, which I don't put faith in, but What the Bleep Do We Know Anyways, and the theory that everything that exists behind you doesn't exist. The quantum, some of these weird quantum theories. But I did realize that the simulation does exist. It's in the form of controlled narratives, and if you can't break free from the controlled narrative, it probably means that almost everything got to be spoon-fed. Just like programming, excuse me, in the Matrix. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Lisa, that's a lot of inspiration from using the word genres. Thank you. Right here, right now, it might make noise. Oh, cool. Big push. Fantastic. I'm adding that to the filing cabinet. Uh-oh. Where'd we go? Where'd we go? There we go. And I have no idea, but I'm adding it to the filing cabinet, and we will know, along with my choices, I will do these choices, and I might come back with more comments later, and maybe oh, nice. Yeah. Maybe we'll let this system pick a few for a bit and get back in my comments and let a few reactions come right out of the comments and Lisa let you know. Let everybody know. I value the time and effort you put in to help the channel go. And there should be some rewards, and they shouldn't have been over on Patreon right now. They should be here for just anybody taking the time. I talked to my brother. I know. I never shut up. If I tell you I'm going to shut up, I'm not going to shut up. So, I mean, that's a tell. We're never playing poker. Get it? Never gambling. I'm kind of full of shit, but I just really like being here. And I made arrangements to pick up my dad. So I got I'm good to go. Done deal. I'll be gone in 3 weeks for, whatever, 4 or 5 days. My brother, thanked me and wanted to do more. And I told him straight up, and I'll tell you the same thing. I mean, I'd show you the text. Whoops. Ooh. The cost was just the thanks. That's payment in full. Payment in full. And that's the man I want to keep being. I will see you all back here soon with some big push, some romaine exia. Bad on pronunciation, good on appreciation. Misfits and Metallica. And another one from Metallica's covers. Maybe Blitzkrieg. I think that's her name. We'll see.